Good morning, folks, or good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. We're going to be playing some Kerbal today. Modded career, of course. Get back into that. Funny story about that little creative save up there. I copied over my YouTube save so I could do a bunch of testing without screwing up my hardcore career mode. So, yeah, that's the only way to really test vehicles out is go into another creative save. I'm going to do this. At least I especially don't want to be doing anything off camera. I did a little bit off camera in this save, and I had a little screw up where Jeb got killed, so I had to go back and fix the save. So, full disclosure, I did mess with the save a little bit just to fix that screw up instead, because I forgot to copy it over. And like, oh yeah, I'll just just launch this vehicle to see if it blows up or anything on the runway. Of course it did, and of course Jebediah jumped into it to get blown up. So yeah, we did redo that. Anyway, hopefully the stream is going up. Wow. Little issue with the stream there. Hopefully it's corrected itself there. We'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna press on, and if it gets really bad, then we might have to stop, and I might have to go to the cable company and get this motor in place, because it's been giving me issues lately, and it's gonna make it hard to stream if it doesn't settle down. So anyway, let's get on with our Ceti mission. I'm gonna load up the vehicle that I've made to hopefully complete some of these Ceti missions. We'll take a look at it. First of all, I made this. This is one that I'll show you this real quick. This is what I was working on, and these landing struts were causing issues. I wanted it to be able to like lay flat on the ground, but I also want. Let's see here. Reconnected successfully. Okay. That's that internet issue I was talking about. Most likely going to have to do something about that today. Anyway, don't know if anybody's watching. If you are, let me know how the stream is looking, because it's probably going to go with, but I had to do some redesign. And let's open the final vehicle that we are going to be launching today, the Ceti Alpha base. Now, this actually contains all the boosters, everything to get out of an orbit, and the little base on top. Now, I can't put it in a fairing because I just don't have a fairing big enough right now to put it in. I suppose I could scale the fairing up. Yeah, I don't know about all of that. Actually, now that I said that, I remember that you cannot scale fairings. It's one of the things that's one of the parts that you can't scale with tweak scale. So yeah, it's a little weirdly shaped, I suppose. A little different. Got this engine thing sticking all the way down through. These liquid boosters are way up here, and we've got solid boosters down here in the first stage. First stage ignites the solid boosters and all of the skipper engines. Now this skipper is set to 75% thrust limit, and these ones are all at their full thrust limit, which means that these ones will run out slightly before this one. So that gives it an additional 50 seconds of burn on that core stage after we dump all the weight, which hopefully is just not. I mean, but yeah, this is the vehicle we're going to try to send this up to Ceti, and I just want to I'm just going to kind of tear it apart so that you can see how it went together. These solid boosters actually have two Sepatrons. There's a Sepatron up there, and then there's a Sepatron right there to kind of push them out real fast away from the main body of the vehicle. Otherwise, they'll run into these things, the big liquid boosters, and blow up these engines if I'm not careful. And I have to be very careful about the way that I extend the ascent profile of this, as far as the wind and all that stuff. But I am pretty sure that we can get this into orbit. I'm not sure that we want to send a astronaut with it just now. Also, test my lead. Yeah, test my lead. That's funny. But yeah, I'm not sure if I want to send an astronaut with it in the first place or not. I'm thinking maybe, but we need to make we'll probably make a lander that can land really close and dock with this thing. And we're definitely going to make a rover that's going to land on Ceti and be able to dock with this thing. So that's the idea behind these docking ports on there, and they're kind of a little bit high. That's why I didn't center them up in the tank, because I wanted to, like, if I make a vehicle and I use this size tank for the rover, and I put the docking port in the middle, that gives it the ground clearance for the wheels, and hopefully I can get it to line up with that docking port well enough that it'll just be able to drive up, dock, and then drive away as it needs to. We can also eventually dock a science station to this via these little docking port rings, hopefully. That's kind of one of the other things that I was hoping to do. Are you gonna kill Gemini? Maybe. Random comment, poof. Thank you, Wise. How you doing today? We're getting ready to launch the Ceti Alpha base. Actually, it should be Ceti Base Alpha, shouldn't it? Well, we'll change it later, like after it's actually on Ceti. I'm not going to worry about that then at the moment. There is we look inside. Whoa, inside here somewhere. There it is. There it is. There's a Ceti probe core stack. And I just put that in there so that I could have some remote access, some remote control without having a Kerbal in it. And I think I am going to actually send it up without a pilot, just in case there's a problem. We can easily send our Kerbal up later and get them in there. And for the mission, we look in here, land your outpost on Ceti. We have to build an outpost that has an antenna. Clearly we have an antenna. Docking ports, definitely. And can generate power. There are some photovoltaic cells right there. 4 of them on there to extend out later. And I need to have 400 units of liquid fuel and 1,000 units of monopropellant. To do that, I've used these small fuel tanks from the what's that one? The explorer, or the settlement mod thing. Space settlement stuff. Anyway, that's why these look like that. They got that profile there. So they're supposed to be base module pieces. And if we look over here, somewhere down here, there's a sorting button to sort that stuff out. B-space, is that it? No, that's not it. There they are. Kerbal, yeah, whatever these things are called. But we got different sizes of fuel things. We've got storage modules and airlocks. The airlocks are actually they actually have a place for a Kerbal to sit. They have a seat. Question, what's your current KSP version? My current KSP version for this is 1.2.2, I believe. Let's see here. Where does it say that? Hey, Kyle. Good morning. Hi, Mike Assassin Gaming. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Today, let's see, where would I see that? I'm pretty sure it would probably say that, like, out of the main menu. Oh, there it says it right there. 1.2.2.1622. There we go. We can get that info. I knew it was, like, displayed somewhere. Is that displayed in the other menu? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's get back to looking at this thing. I think I've pretty much said everything that needs to be said about this. There's a lander can on the top, and like I said, these airlocks will be the other Kerbal things. So if we go back and look at our mission, it says it has to have support 5 Kerbals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the lander can on top makes 5. The 4,000 units of fuel are distributed between the small fuel tanks, and this center adapter thing that they're all attached to also contains fuel. And I've switched that one over to liquid fuel. These ones are switched to pure liquid fuel. The only place we have oxidizer is in these little fuel cans right here, and they are pure oxidizer. So those don't even contain fuel; those are straight oxidizer tanks. So it basically rounds it out. Well, if we disconnect all of that for a second, we can see that we have 4,400 fuel, liquid fuel. Oxidizer does not matter in the case of the mission. And monopropellant, we've got well over the 1,000 required. Now, hopefully, we can use less than that 400 units of fuel to land this thing, and we'll still have the 4,000. If not, we can send up a fueling ship to dock with us and give it that last little bit of fuel. And we've got to do some docking in space anyway. Dock 2 vessels around or on Ceti. So we've got to send up 2 vessels at least during this whole thing to complete that part of the exploration mission of Ceti. It's okay. I missed a lot, but Land likes me, so it's okay. Yes, it's okay. It's okay, Sparky. No worries, man. No worries at all. Yes, we like Sparky quite a lot, actually. If it were for Sparky, we wouldn't have such an incredibly awesome system to play this on and how all the visual mods work. Because without a good system, all these mods would probably be making me crash. They do make me crash anyway, once in a while. So hopefully we won't have any of that today, but we'll see. We shall see. I think we are ready to launch the base. So let's make sure that we don't have any Kerbal trying to jump in there. Yeah, Jebediah is trying to get in the pilot seat, in the lander can. Don't really need you, guy. Don't really need you. We're going to send him up later with a little shuttle. Yes, launch pad is not serviceable. Oh, yeah, that... we got to fix that real quick. Okay. Leave. Save and continue. Sure. I don't think I made any changes, but we'll save it and continue just in case. Yes, we should definitely do a stream again soon, Sparky. We will. There's some new games coming out pretty soon that I'm going to be taking a look at soon. And yeah, we're gonna be doing new stuff. Just to let you guys know, I am currently unemployed again as far as a regular day job, so I should be able to go back to my full 7 days a week, or well, not 7 days, but a little 5 or 6 days a week streaming schedule, and get back to putting out more edited video. That is, of course, unless I pick up another day job real quick, which is a possibility because I kind of do need some regular income, and YouTube just does not put food on the table. It is fun. It does have its things. Whoa, Sparky. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That will go straight to the Office Fund. Sweet. Thank you so much. The Office Fund, we are trying to get a room. We're going to be renovating a room here in the farmhouse to make it an office studio. And that's going to eliminate, like, right now it's real quiet. Right now, there's nobody else in the house. Quiet. You guys don't have to listen to people walking in and out, yelling at each other about this, that, and the other, and hearing partial conversations. Now, hopefully the phone won't ring because I didn't deal with that yet. I usually only deal with that like after it rings the first time. But yes, we are saving up money to put together a office studio here in the house. And that will allow me to have my green screen up. For some streams, I won't have it up on every stream just because it's not appropriate for some. Like if I do a first-person shooter or something like that, I'll probably have that. Particularly when we play 7 Days to Die, I think it would be nice to have the green screen up because, in them type of videos, I think people like to watch your reaction just as much as they like to watch the game action. So in games like that, we will try to have green screen up. Now that is, of course, like I said, we got to have the office first because right now it's just too inconvenient for me to try and move my wife's desk around and move things around in the room we're in right now. Anyway, sorry about all that. There was just some information there for you. We do need to get this. Let's repair that, and then we should be able to. We don't want Jeb. Just launch this from right here. Yeah. Yes, yes, I'm totally aware that there's lots of stuff like that out there. The problem with getting a job like that is, well, you kind of either if you I don't know. I'm not that great at it. Uh, for one, there's plenty of people out there that can do a better job than me. So competing is hard. And two, if you don't have the degrees or stuff, let's set Ceti as our target right now. Well, let's think about this. So if I want to make my apps, would be a good idea as we need work done on the site. Yeah, I mean, I definitely can do web work. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I can do. Actually, this would be a great time to launch. I think to get into to put our apps or our Peri apps. Yeah, our Peri apps on this side, and our apps up there. We're spinning this way. Yeah, I think this would be a good time to launch, even though it's not daytime quite. I think that's going to go okay. We toggle our SAS on. Now we don't have any Kerbals on board, so even if this does crash and burn for some reason, we should still be okay there. We're not going to lose any astronauts. Just lose a bunch of money. Would like to send you a stock user-made ship, but again, my ships won't get out of the atmospheres. If you would like to send me any kind of files, like craft files, I suggest that you do it on Discord. If you're not currently on my Discord, there should be a link somewhere. If not, Sparky will post a link in just a second to the Dirty Lore Collectors public Discord, which you can find me there and then send me a message from that point. Practice, yes, practice. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I was decent at one time, and then I just kind of didn't keep up with the technology and then like all the changes and lots of changes. And then nowadays I can write HTML 0.0 or 5.0, but like all the other stuff, and editors make it pretty easy too. Can't really say. I think we're ready to launch this. Let's go full throttle. Full throttle. SAS is on. Let's get a countdown here. 3, 2, 1, launch. And we're going. And I'm gonna give it just a little bit of a nudge to try and keep that prograde marker headed on the 90, sliding down the 90-degree line on the top there. And then we want to bring our pitch down to about, not much. We don't want to have much pitch early on here. Like right about there should be good for now. We'll pitch down a little bit more once we run out of the solid boosters, because we want this first couple stages just basically get us way up into the atmosphere as much as possible. Okay, there's the solid boosters. Let them go. Separatrons did their job quite well. Okay, and now we want to follow prograde. We'll follow prograde down to about that the line between the 70 and the 60 marker, I think. I think that's where we'll stick it. Stick it right there. Alright. Stability assist back on. We're going to I'm going to try to burn out these remaining these outside liquid boosters. You can't put... Oh, duh. Why have I not... I'm sorry, Sparky. I just remembered. I just realized. Oh. Well, there's Kyle. Kyle's been asking for that anyway, so... And he's been hanging out around long enough that he deserves it. So there we go. Kyle and Sparky, welcome to my new moderators. My 2 new moderators. Just, don't abuse your powers. And you can keep them. How's that? If I say somebody needs a timeout, give them a timeout. Otherwise, there we go. Follow that prograde. We were way past where we should have followed that prograde. Should have hit it around 30. I should have. I did get Sparky too, right? Did I not get Spark? Man, can't follow the lines. Give me a second. Thought I got you. There we go. There we go. Sorry, guy. Sorry there, man. It was clicking, but I'm doing it on my laptop, and yeah. You know how it is. Actually, full throttle. Get away from those engines. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to kick this one up to maximum thrust. Back up to maximum thrust now. And wait until we get a little closer to the apoaps, I believe. But if we could just bring it down. Because I believe if we just apply the remaining thrust right on there, right about there, full thrust, right there. Give me stability assist. There we go. And that should be bringing up our apoaps height. Yep. Yeah, just basically make sure people don't swear. And, of course, any racial comments are an insta timeout. Anything like that. Ooh, letting that stage go. That one should fall back into the atmosphere pretty well. Continue trying to raise my periaps height. Hey, Infernal. No worries, Wise. No worries. Like I said, you guys have been hanging out for a very long time. I see you in the channel all the time. And that basically, being moderator means that you can time people out if they swear or make a racial comment. Now, I'm really pretty lax when it comes to that, so... the main thing is racial comments. I really don't tolerate those at all. Swearing I tolerate pretty well, actually. Swearing I don't mind so much, as long as it's only for like an emphasis or whatever. We fallen again? Yes, we are. No, we're not. We're not falling yet. We are raising the periaps a bit. Gonna keep raising it. Raising it and raising it. This is not exactly where I wanted to have it at, but okay, whatever. Okay, we'll get there. We're gonna get there. No worries, man. No worries. Active, like I said, it's nice to have people that will monitor the chat and keep the random racial comment trolls out. Those are really the only ones I worry about more than anything. Probably should just hit that prograde marker. Got to get my periaps up out of the atmosphere, and then we'll figure out how we can get to the moon. Hey, Mike Assassin. Haha, well, good you got them. It's good that you got them the right assortment of chemicals to get them balanced. Always a good thing. Almost out of the getting there. Almost up to the point we're in an orbit. Now, fortunately, I don't have to worry about having any fuel left in this can when we get to the Ceti, so we can use all this fuel to get to Ceti, get into orbit, and then deorbit, hopefully, because the engine on this is like, it's a little pancake engine. You can't really see it because it's really way up in there. Hell, let me see if I can Yeah, there you can see it up in there, the pancake engine. There we go. We've just achieved orbit. Let's get it up to a height that we're not going to burn up. And then we'll figure out... how we're going to encounter Ceti. Because... let's see here. If Ceti is there... we want to encounter Ceti over here. That's the problem. And unfortunately, that's the apoapse, so we're going to have to push that way out. What a nice feeling set up. In full-blown panic mode. Jeez, guys. Not that big of a deal. Relax. If anybody should be panicking, it should be me. I need to find a job. A real job, you know. Anyway. I think we could probably just continue to push our orbit out from right here because we want to intersect Ceti at the descending or ascending node. Or the other alternative is to push it like way out here and then wait for Ceti to come all the way around. Which isn't bad. I mean, we got time. It's not like I'm worried about the time. The only thing I'm really worried about is the fuel, so that's the best way to do it. That might be the best way to do it. It's the first time of being in any type of authority. Oh, don't worry, man. It's really not that hard. Really not that hard. But yeah, anybody that I see hanging out around, being appropriate, you know, I don't mind giving the moderator after a while. There was one other person that was kept asking me for it. I can't remember who it was. It doesn't feel right. Let's see here. So I think that's what I might do is just plan on meeting up with it here or here. So let's plan for it over there. And then we can just, if that's the case, we can just start extending our apoapse right now. Start burning fuel. Or periapse, I mean. Just get that way out there. And that's going to flip around. Yeah, we want to extend the apoapse out from this point. Jordan, welcome. Not to be random and one giving life advice, but if you're looking for a job, it would be easy to balance with your social life, your YouTube posting. Honestly, try Starbucks. They're super flexible. That's a good point, Jordan. Yeah, that's not a bad. I do like being in food service. That's the job I just ended was a food service job. Yeah, let's not talk about that because that'll get my dander up. So let's not talk too much about that. But yeah, I was in food service. I do like food service as far as like jobs to do. They're usually fairly flexible. I will probably end up looking for another one in that area. But the sad part is I like food service. I'm fully capable of being an electrical and mechanical engineer. As well as a specialist in alternative energy. I can climb wind turbines and repair their hydraulics, mechanicals, and electrical systems. And sadly, I tend to prefer to flip burgers. It's not nearly as physically strenuous. Yes, I know, Kyle. I remember your conversations, but it's okay. You'll be a good moderator. Trust me. Oh yeah, we really are in like the total opposite inclination that we would kind of need to be to make a good intercept with Ceti. We may even want to try to fix some of that inclination since we are right on the descending node. Well, we were close to the descending node there. Well, actually, it would be better to do it at the ascending node. Let's get back to full thrust there. See if we can't push that apoapse out some more. And around this direction. I want that apoapse to be like right at the ascending node, but to do that I need to like burn radial in, I think, a little bit. See you later, Mike. That's okay. Everyone has their moments. Don't just ask Dragon when I started moderating for. Oh yeah, yep. You know, everybody has their little things from time to time, and that's okay. That is okay. You know what else would be pretty awesome would be if we could get if we get Iota to kick us out into a higher orbit. That would be neat. Might not be beneficial, but it would be neat. Hey, Dornell, how's it going? Oh. All the blue names in stream now. Ooh, there was something. But now that we're like way out there, okay. Now here's the thing. I think I want to go around in orbit once and fix the inclination. Also want to see if I can't fix that apoapse over this direction a little bit. I don't know how I would do that. How would I do that? Probably radial in right here a little bit. Okay, so, and then let's see. Radial in, oh, nope, not that. I don't know what I just did there. Hang on, let's kill that. Let's start again. So if I did a maneuver like right here, just a little bit of radial in right there. Let's bring up our thing so we can actually see how much thrust we are using, or how much delta V we're putting into this maneuver. But if I figure out I want to use about 25 meters per second to adjust this. Now, would it be better to do it out here? It does seem like it would be better to do it out there. The closer I am to the middle here, the better that adjustment seems to be. So yeah, and that'll put my apoapse really close to the ascending node. And then when I get out to that apoapse, we can adjust the ascending and descending node to try and get it. Because what we're not going to catch it. The space station, the station here, this vehicle, is not going to catch up to Ceti on this orbit, and I really don't want to. I want to come back down, and then we're gonna figure out from there. But I want to have that really high apoapse in order to make an easy adjustment to the inclination. Does anybody know Fisher PR? No, I don't. Be glad I can't hear the distressed fish noises I'm making. Be glad you can't hear the distressed fish noises you're making, huh? But how's that go? I don't know. Anyway, that's funny. Let's warp to our next maneuver. That'll get us to do something. Fortunately, warp to the next maneuver. Oh, I've got very little fuel left in the stage, so we might be Can we turn this thing? Come on, spin. We might be using more of the fuel in our final stage than I want. Like I said, there is a contingency for that. Questioning your life choices. Oh no, don't do that. Land Follow will be more likely joining us on Anarchy Online. That is awesome. Awesome. I love it. Yeah, I'm having a good time on Anarchy Online. Probably, I'm not gonna be doing that a lot. We'll see. Having a good time in Worm. Gonna continue that once a week. Yeah, so I'm not sure what. Let's see, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Saturday. It was my Oxygen Not Included stream. So you know, now, and like I said, now that I'm not doing a regular day job, I might have a lot more time on my hands to do more things. Uh-oh. Gotta fix that Discord account. Yep, that's super important. Or it's a kind of important thing to have access to. I think we're gonna do a minor time warp. Just to stop the velocity. Whoa, hello, what did you... Oh, you bugger. Booger. Come back here. Ah, dang it. Oh, come on, get on the maneuver. Get on the maneuver. Go. We're getting it now. Now we're getting there. Good enough. Good enough. Yeah, that kicked us out about right. So now we just want to warp to about there so that we can adjust that ascending node. And since we're going to be ascending, that is the anti-normal, I believe. Let's just do it from here with the maneuver so that we can not get it. Yeah, the anti-normal. There we go. That's the way we want to look. And it's really not going to take much delta V. That's good. That's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to kick us way up here so that it would take very minimal amount of delta V in order to make this maneuver. Come on. Why can't I maneuver? Oh! We're outside of antenna range? What? How are we outside of antenna range? Bummer. We need to have another satellite up there, I guess. Guess our communications within in the system is not as well as I thought it is. Okay, well that's a bummer. Well, that would have fixed the problem, but I can't do a maneuver right now. The nice thing is we won't have a problem once we get to the Ceti base, get close to Ceti because of all the communication satellites, but we're not close to anything right now. Even Iota, if Iota was back over this way, we would be able to communicate with the satellite. Now, I thought that this antenna would be enough. It's got 60 Gs of antenna rating. I guess that's not that much. We'd be able to communicate right now. Or did we just run out of power? We did. Forgot to extend the antennas. Forgot to extend the solar panels. Forgot to extend the solar panels. Guys. Oh, I'm so Dumas. Alright. Guess we gotta rendezvous it with something else. Gotta catch it with something else. I'm such a goofball. That's why you guys are supposed to be like, hey, extend your antenna, extend your solar panels before you run out of power. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, so let's get into here. We gotta make a quick rescue vehicle. Something to go dock with it and give it some power. So we're gonna make it super minimalistic. Brand new. Super minimalistic. Like starting with a solid rocket booster. We're gonna put a decoupler on top of that. And a let's see, we need a little engine of some kind to actually do the steering bit and rendezvousing bit. Engines. Let's go with the Terrier. That should be good once it's in orbit. And let's see here, we can get some kind of a tank of fuel. Keep an eye on my thrust to weight ratio here. Oh, that goes up like that. Yeah, okay. Then, of course, we need a Ceti probe, a probe core, to be able to... Where'd it go? Probe core of some kind to be able to control it. I'm going to use the Ceti probe core there. And then a docking port. Well, of course, we need battery. Get the battery on there. Power. Electrical. And we're going to go with these little photovoltaic cells on the outside here for some power. Big old battery, or a little battery. Ceti core. And a docking port. Docking port would be coupling. Yes, there we go. Docking port on top. You know, nice is if, whoops. Well, I mean, basically all this has to do is to kind of nudge it. Kind of nudge it with a little bit of power. So that should be good. Now we just need some fins for control down on the bottom. Aerodynamics. We'll do those, where they're at, the super basic. Oh, actually, we'll do the tail fins. Tail fins, what are these? 0.125. Nope. There's a much lighter weight one up here, I believe. 0.078. Throw those on there just for some stability and control in the atmosphere. And then let's turn down our thrust limiter here to about a 2.0 on the initial thrust to weight. Actually, go a little lower than that. 1.75 on the initial thrust to weight. Gives it a 1 minute 38 second burn. That should get it plenty well into orbit. Let's give this thing an antenna before I forget. We can maintain communications with it. We can always make this a communication satellite afterwards, so let's think about that. Communications. There we go. Communications. All right, let me catch up on chapter. I'm a serious person who doesn't touch technology much. Barely understand what I'm doing with this car. Oh, okay. No worries, man. No worries. I've got to. Never mind. Okay. You have to read chat more often. And you forgot to. Yeah. Land put antennas in triplicate. Redundancy means safety. Anyone else getting a random buffering? Probably. My internet is having issues today, and I need to go and get my router replaced. So there might be an occasional hiccup. Sometimes, most of the time, it's working okay. I don't know. Maybe there's something going on one of the computers on our network. But anyway, I'm thinking that the router is getting just kind of old and needs to be replaced. So these little, why do those look terrible? Those look terrible on there. Put them. Oh, you know what? What if we? No, can't do that. I can't do that. Put them there. Rotate them. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. Aerodynamics is going to be crap on this. Could we do something? Or does it matter? Do you suppose that the fact that we don't have a tip is going to matter at all? Because we can, in fact, put a tip on this. Now I'm thinking about it. Wouldn't be hard at all. I don't know if it's. Right, this one right here. We could just stick that like that, and we can use that. We can decouple that tip after we get into space. There we go. We got aerodynamics then. Aerodynamics is good. Will it get there? Is this gonna work? What do you guys think? Anyone else? Okay, somebody's good. It made a computer freak out. It made my computer freak out like you are. And the line went dead for you. Oh no! Okay. Antennas. That was the thing that we needed to put on there. Antennas. Let's put the communitrons on there. And that should make it a decent... yeah, there's the ringer there. I hope you guys can't hear it too much. But hopefully I don't like the way that kind of like sticks out, but it's alright. Okay, it's mostly attached. What if I nudged it with the move tool? Suppose that would pop it back into place. Not really where I wanted it either. Let's go. Oh, nope. Undo that. That's not what I want to move. I want to move the antenna there. Just nudge it just a tiny bit out this way. There we go. Oh, that's worse. That's worse. Let's do it without the snap to grid. Gotta do it the hard way. All right, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Asshole predicts this thing won't get anywhere far. Oh, might be right. Might be right. But we'll find out here soon. There's antennas. There's solar panels on there. There's a little battery. There's a probe core with a little bit of power. Do we need anything else on this thing? Am I missing anything? It might be a little bit hard to dock without RCS, but I think I'll be okay. Oh, I know what I need on here. I absolutely need on here. So before I forget, because the little reaction wheel in that probe core is probably not going to be enough. Where's it at? Control. I'm going to put a inline reaction wheel on top of there, like that, and then we'll put that back on there. That'll do. That'll do. So we just need to have a little bit of reaction core so we can spin this thing fast, because if we're trying to dock with it, we need to be able to turn it quickly. And especially if we're not... Land, permission to post a link to a leak spin? Leak spin. I'm not sure what that is, but... Sure. We'll get to space, but fall in its primary mission. Oh, okay. So we think we're going to fail the primary mission. And that's a possibility, too. Possibility, too. So we'll call this Fixer. And we'll save it and launch it. Don't forget to extend everything. Yes. Yes, those antennas won't do poop if I don't extend them. Fortunately, the Ceti probe core does have a good enough antenna to maintain communications in low orbit without any other extra antennas. So, let's see here. There's our target. We're going to try to meet it at the periapse here, of course. We got to get up to, wow, pretty high orbit just to meet up with it anyway. So that's not bad. Turn our stability assist on. And let's just go. That's a pretty low thrust. Oh, that's because I added a couple things out and didn't readjust the thrust to weight. That'll be alright. Hopefully. Guess we'll find out soon. If I don't even want to make any course corrections until we're like way up there. Click if you already regret you as a... Oh, you guys. So we need to go this way on the 90 guy. Come on, probe. Get over there to the 90. There we go. Now we're following the 90 up. That'll put us pretty close to a similar orbit, hopefully. Actually, we probably need to go down just a little bit too. Put us on a similar orbit. Kerbals are go! Yes. I've seen it before. Okay. Oh, yes. I think I remember now. Oh, that did not last as long as I expected. Oh, toggle? Wait, why are we not toggled on? Hello, prograde. Get on it.